YouTube, what's going on? This you got Professor Smellgood, and we back, baby. All right, you guys. Before I take it in tonight, I want to share something with you guys tonight. Little words of wisdom. Okay, this is something that I've actually been seeing a lot. I never said nothing about it. I think it's about that time for me to say something about it tonight. Where I would see guys and I would see females do this as well. They'll take the information that they learn from me, the methods that they learn from me, and they'll use that same information to try to indirectly compete with me, right? They'll take that information from me that they learned from me, right? And use the same information to try to compete with me. Let me give you an example. They'll see, for example, let's say African Kush, right? Good example, African Kush, right? Or let's say African Kush is made by me. I did it in the blend series. Or let's say another one, which is Raspberry Punani, right? And then a person will watch that, watch my lessons on Raspberry Punani, watch my lessons on African Kush, right? And then they will go and they will make a scent, and they'll call it, for example, let's say Sudanese Kush, right? Which is pretty much almost the same thing because Sudan is in Africa, right? Sudanese Kush. Or they make one and call it Strawberry Punani, right? You see what I'm saying? They'll do something like this right here, right? Take a little walk before I take it in. And they call it Strawberry Punani, right? And it's, oh, this is made by me. That idea actually came from me. Stop trying to steal my idea. Listen, there's some things that I teach you guys, right? As far as, how to bottle your bottles, and with the gold caps, there have people that have used gold caps, but nobody really made a lesson as far as this is actually the best presentation if you want to take the oil game to the next level, or if you want to get the best response for your products. Gold caps, right? The swirly bottles, right? Nobody really placed emphasis upon that. I was the first person that I know that really placed emphasis on that. Because to be honest, truth be told, there ain't too many people that actually teach you how to sell the oils. There's not too many people that do that. Me and Brother Extravagant Fragrance, that's all that I know. As far as online, I don't see too many people that's actually doing that. And Extravagant Fragrance, man, shout out to him. He was watching his videos actually inspired me to do what I do. I was already on that path already. How you guys doing tonight? All right. I was already on that path already. I was picking up bits and pieces from people that I learned from, right? But I didn't never thought of actually using a platform like YouTube to actually put the information that I learned out. And not only that, but when I saw Ismail from Extravagant Fragrance do what he did, I said, wow, that should motivate me to do the same thing, but let me just put my own twist on it, according to what I've learned, and the things that I'm learning, and the things that I'm going through, right? And I would just share my journey with you with a little bit more information. So that's exactly what I did. But back to the point of they'll take that and they'll try to use that information against, they'll take that information that they learned from me. You follow me? They'll take that information that they learned from me, as far as Raspberry Punani, right? That idea came from me. That fragrance is made by me. The idea came from me. That didn't come from nobody else. And they come out with a scent called Strawberry Punani. Indirectly, what you're trying to do is you are trying to take a shot at somebody's idea. Come up with your own idea, man. You see, you want to know the thing that really stands out about me, that makes me stand out from everybody else? I got my own flavor. I have my own way of actually, I bring my own swag to it, right? I put a little flair in there, right? I put a little entertainment in there. I chop a little game up in there, right? So I got my own flavor. Nobody else do it, just like I'm not being arrogant. But nobody do it how I do it. Let alone ain't too many people doing it like, ain't too many people actually doing this, teaching you how to sell the oils. So don't do that, man. Don't do that, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you make yourself look like a copycat, because it's obvious. You know what I'm saying? Don't think that you can do something like that and nobody will find out. Trust me, people will connect the dots. People will connect the dots and say, oh, I see. And I see a lot of people do this. I see a lot of people do this, man. I see a lot of people do this, right? And to be honest, I don't even really go to people pages like that. But I just happen to stumble over it, right? Or, somebody send me a friend request. YouTube, not YouTube, but Facebook, Instagram, right? And, of course, I want to know the person that I'm actually following. I want to know the person that's requesting me as a friend. And so I go and I scroll down and I say, this guy just made 5 fragrances from the fragrances that I made. He just changed like a word here and a word there. Like, how many guys, when I made that fresh out the shower, how many guys actually try to come up with that? And I had to tell him, I said, listen, man, I've been making that. You watch what you did is you watch my videos and then you try to come up with it. Come on, man, create your own flavor, man. Why black people do that, man? Why black people do that, man? As smart as you are, you don't understand, us as black people, we have a lot of intelligence. Us as we are, why would you want to do the same thing that somebody else do? Why you can't be different? What's his name? James Harden, that little step back like that, man, he mastered that, right? That's something that he came up with, right? Well, people have been doing a step back, right? But the way that he does it, he has a certain way that he does it. But if you notice about James Harden, he don't try to do any of, how's it going, fam? James Harden doesn't try to do any of the move that everybody else is trying to do. He takes that one little move that he knows how to do well, which is the step back, and he masters that so well that you can't even guard it, even though you know he's going to do it. You still can't guard against it. So that's the first thing. And the reason why I said I'm driving home a point, which is when you try to compete with somebody, this is what you do. You're running, right? You're running the race. You're running. And it's like you're running the marathon, right? Not a marathon, but it's like you run a track, right? 4x100, right? And you're running, right? You're running, right? And you have to pass the baton to somebody else. But in the process of you actually ahead of the guy. But when you're running, you're running, boom, 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 you're running, and you're looking back like this, and you're looking back, and you're looking back. Those seconds that you're taking to look left and look right or look behind you to see if he's actually catching up, you're actually slowing down. You're actually losing progress. When you do that, you're losing. When you try to compete with me, right? I'm not trying to compete with you. I take what I know how to do and I just master that. I don't try to compete with nobody. If I see somebody doing something great, I salute them. And I say, you know what, man? Sometimes I make a public shout out. Sometimes I'll just, I say it to myself like, wow, he's doing a really good job. I won't let him know that because I see that he's already, he's already trying to bite off me here. So if I make that public, you follow me? If I make that public and I say, shout out to my mans for such and such, and I know that he's already trying to bite my ideas, then guess what? That's like paradise to him because he wants the shout out. He's looking for my platform to get a shout out for himself to expand his platform, right? That's the reason why celebrities are very careful who they shout out, right? They don't just shout out anybody, right? Because when you shout a person out, you're actually putting them on. I'm not going to put you on, right? But I see it. I see what you're doing, and I see this stuff all the time, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I got to say, man. So I'm an originator. Not originator, as far as, teach how to sell the oils. I'm not the originator of that, right? I just put my own twist on it as far as how I do it. I'm more of an innovator. I think, to be honest, as far as actually making a lesson of teaching how to sell oils, I think Ismail from Extravagant Fragrance. I think that he's actually the originator. I mean that's what I think. I'm talking about as far as on YouTube, taking the knowledge that he's learned as far as how to sell the oils and making it into a lesson, right? I think that he's the originator of that. I think so. I think that you can disagree with me, but I think that he's the originator of that. You know what I'm saying? As far as making it into a curriculum, I'm the first person to do that. Oh, and I will add a lot of new stuff, a lot of more details with it, right? As far as the curriculum, which is Sunnah Aroma Academy, I'm the first person to do that, right? But back to what I was saying, man. Don't do that, y'all. I mean, I see what you're doing. Man. Stop biting, man. When you know what I'm saying, when you constantly try to bite people ideas, you know what happened? All of this teeth right here. My teeth is pretty white, by the way. You see it? But what you're doing is you grinding off your teeth, man. You know what I'm saying? You keep on biting, the next thing you know, you're gonna be like this. Your teeth is gonna be like that. You're gonna just have gums. You know what I'm saying? So don't do that, man. You know what I'm saying? You're a smart person. You're a smart guy. You're a smart lady. You have genius in you that you can come up with your own ideas. You don't have to bite off nobody's ideas. I get it. As far as the best presentation with the bottles, gold caps, I get it. Okay? The information is for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Swirly bottles, I get it. Imported bottles, I get it. Right? The information is for you guys. I get it. But when it comes to, like my names and my fragrances, and you trying to take my idea to try to create your own idea, why would you take somebody else's idea to make your own idea? Why don't you just come up completely with your own idea? Why don't you just do that? Come on, man. You guys got to step your game up, man. All right, so she got Professor Smell Good. I just thought that I'd say that. I've been noticing it for a while. I never said nothing about it. But tonight, I said, you know what? I might as well just say something about it tonight, man, because I just been seeing that stuff so much. And I'm going to tell you another thing, too. And no disrespect to nobody, okay? But this stuff happens a lot, and so I just want to address it. When somebody is doing something, right, and they have a platform for what they do, like me, as far as having a collection, I got like over 80 different scents that I make myself, right? So far that I know, I don't know nobody else to do this in the oil game. I mean, you got some guys that make a blend here, blend there, but they don't know the percentage of how they make. They don't know the ingredients, right? They don't have this stuff wrote down, right? They don't have logos for it. They don't market it on YouTube. It's a little mix that they put together out on the streets, and then 1 year later, people talk about it, and then after that, nobody can ever get it again. Not with me. All I really sell is my designers. My own brand. That's all I really sell. So, I lost my train of thought, man. Oh yeah, so that's what I'm saying, man. Come up with your own stuff, man. You ain't got to copy off nobody else, man. You ain't got to copy of nobody else. Just come up with your own flavor, right? People will like it. You see what I'm saying? Because it's you. And then when you do it, it's going to come off as authentic. Because why? It's something that you are doing that is coming from a genuine place. You see what I'm saying? So therefore, it's going to look easy. Everybody else watching, they're going to say, wow, this guy make it look so easy. But the reason why you make it look so easy is because you're just being you. You see what I'm saying? You don't have to take somebody else's idea and try to make your own. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I want to talk about. I'm babbling, excuse me. But I get this stuff all the time. I'm going to tell you how it normally goes. I'm not taking a shot at nobody, but I'm just letting you know. Professor Smell Good, what's going on? Hey, man, how you doing, man? Hey, man, listen, man, I want to grab some sense from you, man, but I got my own brand. I got my own little hookups, too, man. I got my own little oils that I make myself, too. You know what I'm saying? I got one called such and such and such and such. First and foremost, why are you telling me that? I don't need to know that. I'm not concerned about what you make. If you wanted to be out there, then you make your own platform to do that. Don't tell me about that. Are you calling to purchase or not? Do you want to purchase? Okay, I'm selling my brand. I don't want to hear about your brand. Don't call me asking about telling me about your brand. I don't want to know about your brand. I have my own brand. Sultan, Assalamu alaikum. I got my own brand. Do you want to purchase my brand? I get this a lot. Yeah, I got one called such and such and such and such and such and such. You know what I'm saying? And I even had one guy call me and say, hey man, perhaps we could do some type of exchange, you know, where I buy your scents and you buy my scents. No, I'm not doing that. This is my platform for my products that I make myself, right? My own creations. I'm not going to advertise your hookup or your blends or your brand, right? You got to do that yourself. I did it on my own, right? You got to do it on your own. How you guys doing tonight? All right. You guys got to do it on your own. I did it by myself. I used my own money. I got mine out the mud, man. Ain't nobody gave me anything. So you got to do the same thing too. Stop trying to look for somebody to. Stop looking for clout, man. Stop trying to look for somebody to. I forgot the word that I'm trying to use. Stop trying to look for somebody to promote you, man. You see somebody that got a platform and you want them to shout you out so you can get a platform, so you can get your products out there. Nah, you do that stuff on your own, man. How come you ain't did it? So she got Professor Smellgood, man. I'm just telling you, you know, the stuff that people be doing, man. I appreciate you guys watching. It's about that time to take it in. Thank you guys for watching. We are close to Wayne State University, man. Thank you guys for watching, man. You guys have an excellent night, all right? Peace.